The Student Union Parliamentary Council of the Lagos State College of Health Technology, saddled with the responsibility of making laws and implementation of such law, today marked the third edition of its National Parliamentary Summit tagged Enactment of Laws as a Tool for Ensuring Transparent Politics in Our Nation. The summit, which was aimed at equity in leadership, had in attendance important dignitaries who spoke on the need to ensure transparency in Nigerian politics using law as a tool.
I think we can. It is not rocket science, it's not a difficult question, but that transparency has to be demanded by the populace, by the citizen. If the citizens are not demanding transparency, definitely you will not get transparency. It's as simple as that. But I think it's doable. I think it's something that we can do.
The topic today had to do with enacting laws, and the legislature has a big role to play in terms of transparency or accountability, because this is what democracy is about. The fact that people who represent you must understand your issues, must understand the problems that are coming from their constituents and represent you. It's them representing you to the government. So in terms of accountability, representation, I believe that we are getting there. It's a journey, but we do have to now start understanding that it's time for self-leadership. We have not had the mentorship that we should have from our leaders that we have now, but I believe that we are old enough, we're responsible enough to start taking the right steps and the right measures to make things right.
If they give them a greener passport to rule the country, to rule at least some states, if they give them the chance to express themselves, I believe they know what we are passing through and they are there to stand for us. So I believe there's going to be a transparency if there is a chance for them to prove themselves.
The keynote speaker in a speech spoke on the relevance of policies and implementation of law.
Like to have with people is that what is the role of non-political individual or people who do not hold political offices, that's the citizens, you and I. What is the role of office of the citizen to ensure that these laws are what? First of all, what? Used for what? Transparency and accountability. Now, the first thing I ask people is that how much invested are you in the policy process of your country? Do you know about public reading? Do you know that as an individual, do you know what it takes for you or for your representatives to pass law in what? In the House of Assembly or Federal House of Assembly? Do we even know the responsibility of our legislators? We don't know the responsibility of our legislators. We do not know the core value. Even in our community, we do not know the measure or the instruments to evaluate whether a legislator has done well. I hope you know that.
Speaking further on fixing cultural imbalance in politics, which affects the roadmap of bringing people together in the nation, Okuneye Ayokunle has this to say.
Serious cultural imbalance in the running of affairs. I as a person, I looked at a lot of people at different parastatals of the country, okay, and I see they're almost too one-sided. Now, it's a simple thing. We are political animals. It's a very simple thing. If you're picked to make choices, you would obviously pick choices that will favor where you are from. So imagine 50 people coming from where you are from and 2 people coming from where we are from. Okay. So obviously there won't be a balance. So if you can strike out the cultural imbalance from selection,